Hey everyone, welcome back to News to Astonish, where we discuss comics, movies, games, and more. I'm your host, your 50-year-old host, Ronnie, and today we're going to be talking about Caboose, and we're going to continue to call him out because he is a liar, and he has been caught lying on Twitter about me. The reason why I say that is because if you all watched my video from yesterday, and to that I say thank you. Even Caboose viewers came to my channel to watch my video. I want to thank you all for the engagement. Caboose made a post on Twitter stating that I made a 25-minute video, which I did, and he says this is because he likes the Spider-Man game, by the way, which we know that's far from the truth. And I had the snapshot right here to prove it. Aaron Caboose says, I say I'm sick of how much negativity there is online. Dude replies with more negativity. After a back and forth that was going nowhere, I wished him luck with his channel and I blocked him. And he then makes a 25-minute rant about me. This is because I like the Spider-Man game, by the way. No, Caboose, it's not because you like the Spider-Man game, by the way. I actually just happened to opine in and just simply disagree with you and talked about how Sweet Baby Inc. played a part of that in making the game actually a little worse than what it really is. You then continue to misunderstand where I'm coming from. You start showing me game reviews and scores just to prove that the game I'm talking about, in this case Marvel Spider-Man 2, is actually a good game when scores don't do anything. You also took a screenshot of me, which by the way, you got a really good shot, because I'm goddamn handsome. I would also like to add the fact that I really hate Marvel Spider-Man 2. It's a terrible game, and you know, like after like 100%ing it and getting it platinumed and playing the game a couple of more times, I don't know, I think the game is just awful. But anyway, what do I know? I mean, I only did make like several hundreds of videos about Marvel Spider-Man 2 and its anticipated release, so I was just pretty much hyping up everybody. But I guess I just hate the game, and I guess I just hate the fact that you like the game as well, right? As I said before, Caboose, you've been caught lying. Here's a screen cap of you actually saying that I argued with you because you like Marvel Spider-Man 2, when we know that's not the case. Like, jokes aside and that little skit aside, I personally like the game. I think the game is a great game. It's just not as good story-wise to the first one. The first one is superior to the second one, in my opinion. And I stand by that, and I will always stand by that, and I'm not going to change that. But then again, you know, I am allowed to play the game, just like I'm allowed to play or use things like services and products and maybe have a thing or two to say about it, but overall still continue to use. That's what makes us human, and it's called having an opinion. To all those commentators out there who made comments about my videos, negative comments about my video, calling me old, by the way, which again, I'm a very young 50-year-old man, so and like I'm honestly, I think I'm rocking the grays, man. Like I'm really liking this Doctor Strange Reed Richards thing that I got going on right now. To you guys who told me, you know, all sorts of things, here is like the engagement from my video. Just look at the engagement. It's a mix of like, well, a lot of it is positive, and you know, there was some negative comments, but one thing's really apparent here. I'm engaging with pretty much a lot of you. I responded to a lot of you, all positive or negative, and I love it. I really had a blast. This is amazing. Like, this is engagement. Positive or negative, engagement is engagement. That's the reality of it. I really enjoyed it. And Caboose, if you're watching this, man, I truly and honestly, like no joke, I really want to thank you for directing a lot of your viewers to my channel, because you've given me engagement, and I really appreciate that. Like, really, from the bottom of my heart. And I appreciate you guys out there who both, you know, had something to say, and disagreed with me or agreed with me. I really do. I really appreciate you guys. You brought viewership to my video. Let's have more of this engagement. Really, honestly, I really want more of it. Some of the standouts are like, dude, like you're way too old to be beefing with someone on the internet over a video game. And I'm like, hey, I'm not old. I'm actually 33 years young. I'm turning 34 next month, by the way, in August. It's actually a month away exactly. Time flies. And he goes, my point exactly, with a smiley face. And I'm like, yes, you got it. See, 33 is the new 50. You see, like, people like that think that they got me, or, you know, they're taking a jab at me or whatever, but in reality, it's like, this is funny, and like, this is really fun. It's not that like I enjoy people calling me old. I mean, Like my own wife jokes with me and tells me like I'm 40 or whatever. It's so funny. Like I really, I don't know, what does like calling somebody old actually do? As like, do you actually think that's an insult? It's really funny. And then I responded with, hey, I guess so. Thanks for the engagement though. This is actually good for me. I'm not being sarcastic or anything. Like for real, seriously, I'm not. Go to negative feedback is still engagement in my book. So thank you for chatting. Anyway, let's get back to what Caboose was saying as well, because I have a couple of more tweets that I actually want to point out. I'm going to go to the pinned messages, and you saw at the beginning how Caboose stated that I hate him for liking Marvel Spider-Man 2, when that's far from the fact. The conversation stemmed from the fact that I mentioned how Sweet Baby Inc. has pretty much tarnished the gaming industry by simply acting as a consultant for a lot of these game developing studios and putting their 2 cents into these games by including a lot of woke ideology and politics and all this garbage like that just ruins the game for me, and it just puts a bad taste in a lot of our mouths. And that, Caboose, was simply the point I was trying to make. I was trying to have an open dialogue with you, just a simple conversation. All I did was just chime in with my opinion and stated that Sweet Baby Inc. has caused harm to the gaming industry, and I even showed it in my video, which people refused to go back and watch for themselves for some reason. And I showed and I gave a couple of examples of a couple of studios shutting down as a result because they tarnished it. Like, they really are ruining the gaming industry by implementing their politics, by threatening gaming studios, and by forcing their hand to do something that they probably don't want to even do. I mean, if you also think about it even more, none of this stuff was in any of these games back in like 2018, 2017 or whatever, until their involvement. It's just ridiculous. And the fact is that you do not want to listen to people unless it's an opinion that aligns with yours. That is your problem. You don't accept everybody what they have to say. I'm not saying go ahead and accept and agree with their opinions, but at least lend an ear and listen to what they have to say. And in the end, you can agree and disagree, but don't block people like a total coward because you don't like what they're saying, or you're accusing them of harassing you because their opinions don't align with yours. That's pretty much it. You see how it has nothing to do with the fact that I quote unquote hate you for liking Marvel Spider-Man 2. The original video was not about me hating you for liking Marvel Spider-Man 2. It's the fact that you just cannot reciprocate well to feedback. And that is a huge problem, especially for content creators like you. Anyway, here it says, he says sarcastically, I'm cooked. And then somebody responds with, just watch this video. This guy needs serious help. You can't be that old and acting like that, man. Lol, praying for you in this fight though. The love emoji right there, heart emoji, whatever. The thing is that like that guy that doesn't exactly know how old I am, I doubt he'll watch it on CAD or whatever. But if he does, I already said it in the video that I'm 33 years young. I'm astonished by this news. Caboose, mind blown. Hey, I like that, Braden. Great response. I'm astonished by this news. I don't know what Natasha said there. Let's see what else. Doomblazer, 25-minute video just to rant on a dude is insane. This man is literally shriveling away and wasting his life. He's too old for stuff like this. I'm too old, guys. I love how like a lot of these comments is like pointing out the fact that I'm old. That's the only insult that they have. Get creative, guys, please. I want better insults. This is so funny. And then he goes like, love your shorts, content king. Oh, and appreciate it, bro. I'm a big fan of you, even if it made even before I made content. Okay, so let's move on and see what else we got. Caboose is speaking facts. I love watching your videos. He's a grown ass man and mad about a man liking Spider-Man game. The thing is that Jordan Goku with a Shadow the Hedgehog profile, you probably didn't watch Caboose's like my video on Caboose. You're saying this because Caboose states that I made a video on Caboose because he likes Spider-Man. You're saying that because you read Caboose's tweets like, oh, okay, that's kind of sad then. So you're going based on that narrative. And guess what? I have no way to defend myself because you know why? Caboose blocked me. Okay, Caboose, if you want to play it that way, guess what? Okay, Caboose, so guess what? Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to invite you with open arms to my Discord, or maybe you want to do a Zoom call or whatever, and let's talk. We can either record this conversation completely unedited, or we can stream it, obviously unedited as well. And you can have your chance to, continue to accuse me of making this video because you like Marvel Spider-Man 2, when that in fact was not the case at all. It's a real shame because you're creating a narrative, and guess what? Your followers, your viewers, who come to your defense is gonna stick with that narrative. And knowing the fact that I can't see your tweets, you're probably thinking, yeah, he has no way to defend himself now. And I got everybody who watches me in the palm of my hands. Well, you know what, Caboose? I just proved to you that I didn't make this video because you like Marvel Spider-Man 2. I said, made it perfectly clear, and my channel was centered around Marvel Spider-Man 2 for the last couple of years. I also like Marvel Spider-Man 2. I just don't like it as much as the first one. Again, the story is superior to the first one, to the second one. The second one, where that game is superior, is the gameplay mechanics, the graphics, and of course, the traversal system. And that's pretty much it. That's where that game is superior to the first one. I am allowed to like things, but I'm also allowed to be critical. You also claim that I stalked your Twitter account. Twitter account is public information. So why would you create a Twitter account if you don't want anybody stalking it? You know that there are people, like maybe literally hundreds of people a day, looking through your Twitter right now as we speak, and you don't know about that. So are you gonna call them stalkers too? It's also interesting how you call me a stalker because, or at least a lot of commentators, also call me a stalker because you went out of your way to my YouTube channel. You took a screenshot of like my video, 6 seconds in, by the way, without my knowledge, and posted it on Twitter to share, and you created a narrative for your viewers and fans to comment on without me knowing. It took somebody who follows me to let me know what was going on. I'd say, I guess that's stalking because, as if I recall correctly, the definition of stalking is when somebody stealthily just follows you around without your knowledge. So you doing that, screen capping my YouTube video and creating a narrative and everything without my knowledge, does that make you a stalker as well? I mean, I'm only going based off of your logic here. Not to mention that we do have a leak, and I say we as in my Discord server. We do actually have people who side with Caboose, which is fine. It's all good. Everybody's welcome in my Discord, honestly. We have a leak in my Discord where somebody here, this person specifically, Snedwich, says, loving your John Lovitz cosplay. Not insulted, just being silly. Just pretending to be friendly with me and everything like that. I responded with, that was a good one. I also love how you're stealthily scouring my Discord and sharing what I'm saying on Twitter. Don't worry, I won't block you or ban you. You can stay as long as you like and continue to share what I'm saying. Guys, I'm not trying to hide. Like, honestly, I'm not even trying. You can share whatever it is that I said. I'm not going to deny anything I say. This is great, especially for those who accuse me of stalking when I'm already sharing the fact that I'm looking at someone's Twitter account in the first place, which is public information, by the way, so it's not stalking. So then you go to my Discord, and here on my Discord, it shows that the same guy, Snedwich, on YouTube, if you wanted to be stealthy, you could have at least had a different username and a different picture, but good job. He goes, more incoming tomorrow, by the way. He's been obsessed in his Discord. So funny how he won this conversation. He's in my Discord lurking around, taking screenshots and sharing it with Caboose fans as we speak. So by a lot of the comments that I got from all these commentators saying that I'm stalking Caboose, so by your logic, wouldn't that mean that you're doing the same exact thing to me? So it makes it okay then. But when I go looking at people's Twitter profiles or YouTube channels, I'm stalking. But then when you guys who follow Caboose and look at my channel to share whatever it is that you want to share with Caboose or other fans or viewers or whatever, you're not stalking. I see what you guys did there, I guess. Yeah, so it totally makes sense. Anyway, that's pretty much it. I don't want to make this video way too long, so I'm going to cut it here. Truthfully, I really did want to make this a one and done situation. I didn't want to continue this, and I honestly didn't think he would respond because I honestly think he was probably too good for me to respond. So him having about 670,000 subscribers or so, he probably couldn't deal with somebody who has only like 13,000 subscribers. But I was wrong. He went out of his way. It bothered him that I said what I said about him or whatever. And, he shared it and created an entirely new narrative. And now he's trying to make me look bad and he's spreading misinformation. And I don't condone that. And speaking of not condoning, I don't condone harassment in any way. I'm not saying he's harassing me. I'm saying you guys don't go after Caboose. Don't go in my defense. Don't bother him and don't harass him. Don't hurl insults at him. because he doesn't take that lightly. So anyway, with all that being said, leave him alone. I hope you guys have a great day, and I just want to share this with you all and just let you know what kind of a person Caboose is. It just bothers him when people just disagree with him, and hey man, Caboose, if you haven't figured it out by now, which I would hope you have, this is the internet, and not everybody's gonna like what you have to say once in a while. And you got to learn how to be okay with that, because me, I'm perfectly fine. As evidently clear here on my channel, negative comments remain on my channel. I don't delete them like you do. And also, you don't really do a good job interacting with your subscribers or viewers at all. Like I've skimmed through some of your videos and your comment section. You don't say anything to them. You don't talk to them at all. You don't engage with them. That's all I got to say. This is the conclusion. It ends here. Caboose, that invitation is still open. Hit me up, message me, whatever you want to do. Join my Discord. And to the rest of you guys, we'll plan something, Caboose. And then to the rest of you guys, thanks for watching. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe. Click on the bell notifications so you all don't miss anything. Dislike the video if you did, because you're free to do so. And as always, I will see you all in the next comic panel.